Right now from New York is Jeffrey Sachs. He is director of the Earth Institute at Columbia University. And Jeff, when we look at what's happened with the Spanish bailout, how long do you think that this solves the problems there?
Well, it looks better this morning than it did last week, that's for sure. And I think the market reaction reflects a huge sigh of relief around the world. And the little bit of glimmer of good news in China also, that the bottom isn't falling through the Chinese economy, adds to that sense of hope. Things looked pretty bleak a few weeks ago that all of the crises were coming together in Europe, U.S. slowdown, China. And maybe we're seeing a little bit of hope, but it still is a very treacherous terrain right now. And, of course, all eyes are really on Greece. Next weekend's election could elect a leading party which has said that it wants to rip up the existing agreement between Greece and Europe on the bailout, and that would throw the Eurozone back into an absolute turmoil. So this is just good news, but it's a step in a very, very treacherous process right along the cliff of survival of the euro.
Yeah, I guess, Jeff, we've been trying to figure out what this means over the longer term. If you shore up the banks, the criticism to this point has been that every move that the EU has taken has been too little, too late. Is this something that qualifies as potentially putting up a real firewall?
I think that it's good news that they acted a little bit faster and with a little bit more and a little bit more firepower. And there's been good discussion in recent weeks that Europe needs really a banking union to address what has been an unresolved banking crisis since 2008. So much attention led by Germany has been on fiscal policy, whereas looking closely at the Eurozone crisis, we've seen that this has been an ongoing banking crisis that has been unresolved. That certainly is the case in Spain, but really it's been the case in Greece as well. Though fiscal policy got Greece into this deep crisis, what's killing the Greek economy is that there's no functioning banking sector right now, no credit for small and medium enterprise. Germany has kept all of the focus for 2 or 3 years, maybe partly for their own internal political reasons, on the budgets of these crisis countries, not on resolving the banking crisis. And now, at least in the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's focus on the fact that there really is ineffective bank run taking place from the southern European banks, depositors leaving, going to the safe havens, relatively safe havens. Maybe there's more serious attention, but you never know in Europe. They seem to wait till the absolute cliff is reached, and politics could still completely overrun this process. Those of us who want to see the Eurozone saved, that's not everybody, but I'm part of that camp. I'm hoping that finally they're getting the message. You can't live like this. You can't survive like this.
All right, Jeff, we want to thank you very much for your time this morning. It's been great talking to you.
Good talking to you. Thanks.